Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for DeMar DeRozan.
And it's not the kind of trend he wanted to see, but that's what happens over the course of almost any career. Coaches around the league have learned all your tendencies, and let's face it, playing for as long as he has takes a toll on the body.
Now, New York starting five. OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Jalen Brunson, and it's Bridges in at the shooting guard position. And for the Bulls, Booz Ellis out there with DeMar DeRozan. Then there's Tyler Hero, and it's Z in at the point. Most of the season behind us, Grant. Talk about the mindset for teams right now.
Well, if people tell you the standings don't affect the mindset, BA, they're lying. Everyone is asking themselves how they can improve or maintain position. You just don't want to backslide now.
Tried to bank it in, but it misses. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. They lost to the Rockets.
That's a game they know they probably could have won. And had a few more things gone their way, they would have.
You know what? The stats certainly looked good. But the fact of the matter is they couldn't deliver in the clutch moments. And that's something you've got to figure out moving forward.
Here's Z. After the basket by New York on the other end. Pass to Booz Ellis. Chicago passing it around. Here's Z. Hits the target from 18 feet.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. Well, right away, coach shared his thoughts on Jalen Brunson. He said, quote, "He's going to get hot. That's just a fact. But the moment that happens, we hope to trap him, double him, and throw water on that fire." There you have it. Sounds like coach is hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst when it comes to Brunson. Back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Here's Z. He has a clear impact on this offense, putting up over 19 a game. Yep, that one goes.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Now here's Brunson. He really had an off game against the Rockets. 14 feet away, the monster grabs the miss.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
One of the most exciting teams in the league, Doris, the New York Knicks.
BA, there's a saying that the NBA is better when the New York Knicks are in the house and they are good. How about the resurgence over the last 5 years? They want to win now, and that rabid fan base is eating up all this success.
Pass to Z. Throws it up high.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Outside Brunson. Towns passes to Brunson. Towns on a screen. It's stolen away. Inside, here's the monster, and that one is hammered home.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. It's February. Let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You look at the Bulls, a fantastic season so far for them. First place in the conference. And, of course, there are the Knicks. Just need to keep fighting.
Checking out Chicago, there is a lot of talent on this team, and they've delivered. They're having a great season, and it's only left their fans wanting more.
Well, how about the momentum they have built to get off to this fantastic start? All positive vibes right now for this group.
6 to shoot. Bridges against DeRozan. Bridges misses.
So often the outcome of a game is dictated in the first quarter of a game. This is a tough start.
There's a screen. Here's the monster. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And so it's New York with it. The Bulls making their last shot. Right side, Brunson. They still need this. Chicago grabs the miss.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Towns down low. DeRozan on him. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
Smart's checked in for DeRozan. And a switch here also for New York. McBride, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. Chicago leading by 9. Smart outside. And so the ball out of bounds. Smart touched it last. Here are the shooting guards with the best free throw percentage over the past month. Third is Tyler Hero.
And two guard is a position where you'll find a number of great free throw shooters. These guys are the best of the best.
You know, that's a very steady bunch at the line, no doubt about that. In any kind of clutch situation, if it's one of those players shooting the big free throw, you can be sure he's going to come through.
Back to Brunson. Chicago with a rebound. The Monsters got his 5th rebound in this one.
At some point, do you start to think about getting others involved? It has been a struggle.
Smart for 3. Here's the Monster. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Brunson passes to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Big time slam by Karl Anthony Towns. Love when he's playing with this sort of aggression.
Bulls leading by 9. Well, we know he can shoot it, Doris, but Karl Anthony Towns is most effective when he's also working in the paint.
B.A., he has such an effective arsenal offensively that he's most effective when he's getting to each of those aspects. So, you have back to the basket skills, no doubt. If there's a mismatch, go at the mismatch. But he is also so effective as a driver. Straight line with intent and efficient off the bounce. He can also hit a mid-range. There is nothing he can't do on the offensive end.
Giddey's checked in for Chicago. And a switch here also for New York. Robinson's checked in. Outside McBride. Clock at 6. Screen by Hart. Puts it up. McBride can't get it to go. And it's Giddey with a ball for the Chicago Bulls. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
Yeah, they wanted to win the physical battle in that game, and they did. Their rebounding numbers really paint the picture.
That control of the boards, I felt, fed their offense. There were a ton of second chances, a lot of confidence their bigs could dominate the glass.
Brunson misses.
The way he's struggling this quarter, he's only adding to their troubles. They need his offense to come around.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. Karl Anthony Towns is now familiar with the ethos of this Knicks team. He said they're gritty, they find a way to win, they never quit, bringing that New York mentality every single night. It's something that you recognize when you get to live in that kind of a culture. Yeah?
They are relentless. All right, Allie, appreciate the report.
He's had a one-track mind this quarter, and that is score the basketball.
Outside Hart launches it. The Monster grabs the miss. The Monsters got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Geez, you can almost feel his desperation. He wants so badly to see the ball go through the net.
Here's the Monster. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable.
Another bucket. This guy just keeping his foot on the gas pedal.
Here's Brunson. trailing by 13. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And he converts the layup.
Now you see the aggressiveness and the absolute refusal to be intimidated inside. Jalen Brunson, a big-time finish.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the right side. Here's the monster. And it's New York with a rebound.
No question who's in control of the board so far.
Here's Brunson over Giddey. Brunson missing again. And so it's the Chicago Bulls closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, it's all fast break points. Those easy buckets, they are so hard to come by in the NBA. So if you get a chance to run, you have to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Williams is out there with Zach Collins. Then there's Marcus Smart. Then there's Tyler Hero. And it's Giddey in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Bulls leading by 11. Collins outside. Giddey passes to Collins. Anunoby against Smart. Shoots over Anunoby. Robinson with a steal. Fast break. Here comes New York. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. Sohan's gotten his first bucket of the night.
And really a two-way force in transition. Sohan will run out on the break, and he can get back quickly on defense as well.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Now here's Hero. Defense right on him. Collins a screen. From the wing. It's hauled in by Robinson. Knicks trail by 9. Down low. Here's Anunoby. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
Let's remember this is 6'8" with some hops. OG Anunoby with the dunk.
The Bulls shooting 56% today. Here's Giddey. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Giddey's got his first basket.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. For Chicago, Smith, he's checked in for Collins. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Williams. And it's Colin Sexton in for Smart. Mikal Bridges checked in for New York. And it's the Knicks with the ball. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. It's the second game of 3 on the road. Anunoby on the wing. 5 on the clock. Over DeRozan. Will not go. Misses off the front iron.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Oh, a nice D from Anunoby.
Boy, that's the kind of contest you need to force the miss.
Alvarado, the pass to Bridges. With the floater. And Alvarado gets it to go.
How about the touch on that shot? That is tougher than it looks, folks.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. On the wing, DeRozan. Anunoby covering. DeRozan looks it over. 4 on the clock. Pass to Sexton. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. From deep, Giddey. And it's New York with a rebound. Robinson's got 5 rebounds tonight. A 6'8" point guard. Josh Giddey's length gives him a massive advantage, Grant.
Oh, it does, B.A. He's too big for opposing ones to guard. It's tough putting a wing on him, and Giddey just makes you change your defensive game plan.
Here's Sexton after the basket by New York on the other end. And they pick up 2. And the Bulls lead by 7. New York has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Alvarado, the pass to Anunoby. Alvarado right side. And he makes it on the layup. Alvarado's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Bulls. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, B.A., you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
So for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for McBride, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Alvarado. Here's Z. He's guarded by Bridges. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Anunoby passes to Towns. Brunson against Giddey. Jalen Brunson playing big right now.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Here's Z. Outside Giddey. They set a pick. Pass to the monster. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul. First team.
Chicago shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Number 0. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Sexton's checked in for Chicago. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Shamet's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Fires the 3 with the tip. And it's Giddey with the rebound. Chicago leading by 5. Here's the monster. And a miss there on the triple. Sexton against Bridges. Picked it. Here we go. Moving it up. Sexton, that's good. Sexton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Pass to Shaman. Towns for three. Ooh, a silky three-pointer from Towns.
Now, Towns has said he believes he's the greatest shooting big ever. That's how confident he is.
Giddey passes to Sexton. It's rebounded by New York.
Boy, he couldn't have asked for a better look. That's tough to take.
Bridges passes to Towns. Here's Shaman. Still without a bucket. 6 on the shot clock. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, the painted area is really where Mitchell Robinson thrives, Doris.
B.A., he might be the best offensive rebounder in the game, and his ability to do that helps teams win on the margins. He's also a menace on the defensive end, a massive presence at the rim.
He's off on the first.
The one challenge Mitchell Robinson has had through the early portion of his career is a little bit of foul trouble. Nice to see him get to the line for a little bit of payback. One thing we know about him, he's got to stay on the floor to be effective.
Looking at who's out there now for Chicago. Buzelis comes in for Sexton. And it's Hero in for Giddey. And no luck that time either. Bulls leading by 4. And Anunoby pulls it down. Pass to Bridges. It's Robinson, high post. 8 points in his last time out. Brunson, New York again, can't hit.
Boy, he's trying to give this team a spark, but the buckets simply will not go down.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And at 6'10", Buzelis is becoming a very difficult cover for defenses, especially when he's aggressive and trying to score.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him. Josh Hart's checked in for New York. And he makes both free throws.
I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson. 1:10 left in the second period. Chicago with a rebound. DeRozan for 3. Here's Buzelis. That shot missing. Nice D from Bridges. Outside Hart. Back to Bridges. And here's Brunson from the arc. The monster grabs the miss. The Monster's got 11 rebounds in the game.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit the defense for how they're playing him.
Here's the Monster. 19 points in the game. And it's in there. The Monster's got 21.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Pass to Brunson. Looking to get back on track. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Chicago Bulls finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shots. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shots. Nice try. It's all good. One more time, a round of applause for our participants.
Welcome, everybody. The story tonight has been a solid showing through the first half for the Chicago Bulls.
One of the best ways to control the game, take care of the boards. Don't give up second chance points.
And at the offensive end, you can turn misses into makes. That's found money.
And guys, let's turn our attention to the future, shall we? Here's the upcoming schedule.
And you know, for that matchup with the Cavaliers, they hold some advantages, but can't play sloppy or uninspired. Still have to come in focused and get the job done.
That's just like us here in the studio. It's hard to bring it every day, but, you know, we try. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Knicks trail by 8. So on the floor for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. Deflects the pass. Here's Z. Towns with a rebound.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
Bridges finds Brunson. Knocked! And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Shot clock at 6. Goes up from the top of the key. Chicago with a rebound. The Monsters got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Bounces high off the rim and drops. The Monsters got 23 points.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
DeRozan against Anunoby. DeRozan passes to Hero. Here's the Monster. Gets the 3 to fall. He's got 26.
Every team wants bigs who can knock it down from distance. Yes, sir.
Brunson passes to Towns. The ball's knocked loose. Pass to Z. Here's the Monster. Brunson defending. And the shot's good. The Monsters got 7 points for the quarter.
Good, solid start to the half. Hitting 3 out of 4.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
to the leaderboard and see which teams have been leading in assists this season. Second, the Bulls.
The assist numbers they're posting as a squad is a real testament to how willing they are to rely on each other. There's a lot of trust amongst these guys.
New York working the ball around now. Here's Brunson. Tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. Will it go? And he hits the jump shot. 8 points for Jalen Brunson. Bulls leading by 13. And you look at Brunson, listed at 6'2". You wouldn't think he'd be such a handful inside doors.
Handful might be an understatement, B.A. He is a nightmare free throw line and down. Why? Because he has moves and then counter moves. His footwork is exceptional, and I don't care what kind of defense you play, the guy will be able to get off a shot, and most often it's going to go in.
That is Jalen Brunson showing you how to operate as the ball handler in pick and roll. What a pretty assist.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Here's the monster. Buzelis. It's good on the putback. And the Bulls lead by 13.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Back to Brunson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3-ball. And it's Brunson again missing. Chicago leading by 13. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Offensive rebound. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. The Monsters got 30 points. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Pass to Bridges. Here's Anunoby. Right side, Brunson. Fires from the wing. Another one falls for New York.
I think in today's NBA, you've got to be a 3-level scorer. The midi is good for Jalen Brunson.
Here's Z. Brunson defending. Pass to DeRozan. Here's the monster. Oh, and Towns with the block.
This is exactly what you need from Karl Anthony Towns on the defensive end.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Mikal Bridges is very comfortable with his mid-range and in-between game. He said when it comes to the basketball court, it's not just the rims and the threes. You have the rest of the court, too. Now, not everyone is effective with those middle-distance shots, but Mikal always has been. Back to you.
He can knock him down. Thanks a lot, Allie. And it's DeRozan missing. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. It's a 10-point game. It's stolen. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. And he's going for the lob. Stolen by Anunoby. Anunoby on the wing. No good from outside. Chicago has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Here's the monster. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. The Monsters got 11 in the second half.
Well, you see, the ability to get the ball where it needs to go is what really stands out regarding Buzelis.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. making a switch here. Smart's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. McBride, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Down by 12. Brunson passes to Towns. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Well, he's got moves and counter moves inside. Towns makes the defender pick his poison.
All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Chicago?
These guys have incredible stamina based on how they've been running the floor, using speedy transition play to get fast break points.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
And so Towns nails them both.
Well, big man that makes their free throws. Bravo.
Pass to Buzelis. Here's the monster. The three. Pure from three-point range. The Monsters got 14 points here in the second half. Towns outside. 1:57 left in the third quarter. Back to Brunson. Outside Anunoby. New York again can't hit.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Pass to McBride. To the middle. Here's Brunson. Here's Towns. Towns showing some fight inside.
Yeah, you love to see Towns mix it up a little bit. Gets his team a bucket on the second chance.
Chicago leading by 11. Here's the monster, covered by Towns.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. Too big inside.
This guy's been great, no doubt about it, but it hasn't been enough to get them where they want to be.
Pass to Buzelis. And here's Smart. Here's the monster. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. The Monsters got 39.
Boy, bringing tremendous energy right now, and his teammates are absolutely feeding off it.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And it's blocked. Pass to Z. Here's the three. And he goes in for the dunk.
And I'll tell you what, this is a guy who doesn't take a break at all on the boards.
Yeah, doing serious work. He likes being an anchor on the glass.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And it's Giddey with the ball for the Bulls. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face him. Colin Sexton out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Marcus Smart. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. And it's the monster in at the center position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. 6 to shoot. No luck on that one. Good work defensively by Robinson. Kicks it out, Towns. Towns is screen on Sexton. McBride passes to Alvarado. New York needs to get off a shot here. Three-pointer, no good. Bulls leading by 13. DeRozan right side. It's Smart on the wing. Pass to the monster. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback. The Monsters got 43 points.
Boy, this offense has revolved around him today, and rightly so. He has been fantastic.
DeRozan against Towns. Back to Alvarado. 4-3. Some solid defense from Sexton.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother.
And the basket by the Monster. The Monsters got 45 points.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Towns a screen on Smart. Towns outside from deep three-point land. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
A whole lot of everything for Karl Anthony Towns, the big who can stretch you from distance.
Here's the Monster, and they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Even though they have the lead, this guy keeping his foot on the gas pedal, I love it.
Who's Ellis is checked in for Smart. Hart's checked in for New York.
What's up? At the line for the Bulls, number 0, shooting 1.
And Doris, you think about the top scorers in this league. They're creating those points with greater efficiency than in decades past.
Analytics is increasingly a part of the NBA. Teams are now understanding that 3 is more than 2, and if you don't make enough of them, you have a math problem. And then the other highly valued shots in the game, and maybe the most valued shots, are restricted area 2s. Listen, let's be smart about the game.
Robinson, he's checked in for McBride. Alvarado, the pass to Hart. Pass to Bridges. Takes the 3. And the Knicks, another 3.
Yeah, canning it from the corner isn't as easy as Bridges made it look that time.
Here's Giddey. Here's the Monster. Robinson defending. And good! There's another!
Putting on a scoring clinic.
Hey, it's become an old habit. He's tied for the 4th most 50-point games in a single season.
Think about this. This is his 9th 50-piece, tying the great Wilt Chamberlain. Kobe's 10 is next up at 3.
The shot by Towns, no good.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Pass to Giddey. Giddey with a screen on Towns. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Boy, with your 4th foul, you are going to have to be selective with how you guard and how physical you are.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Knicks trail by 16. Pass to Brunson. Outside Anunoby. New York working the ball around now. Stolen by Collins. Here's Hero. Here's Z. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got rebound number 8 now.
Boy, another miss, but you have to say to his teammates, great job. They have picked him up all evening long.
Knocks down the triple.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
Bulls leading by 13. Pass to Collins. To the inside. Hero. Outside Giddey. 6 on the shot clock. Driving in. And out of bounds. The Knicks will take it.
New York.
Towns, he's checked in for New York. Mikal Bridges comes in for McBride. Knicks trail by 13. Outside Hart. Shoots a fadeaway. Towns can't get it to go.
Oh, rising up from the mid-range, but doesn't exactly look confident about it. He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Brunson surveys. Hart finds Bridges. Towns on a screen. Shot clock at 5. Hart fires! No good from 3!
So far, rebounding has been a big factor tonight.
Another shot. And got it! Another basket!
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. To hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. He questioned his team's effort, asking them, should I put in the bench right now? Wake up, guys. We can still win this game, but I need you all to play like you believe you can. Not exactly a fun huddle to listen in on, guys.
And Allie, thanks. Anunoby on the wing, defended by DeRozan. That one goes! Yes, sir!
Well, OG Anunoby is just continuing to add to his skill set. Nice finish on the interior.
Chicago leading by 13. Stolen by Bridges. Here's Anunoby. And yes, sir! In stride on the lay-in from a sweet assist.
Listen, this guy's doing his part. It's what we know he's about, but they have got to get some productivity from some other guys on this roster.
Here's Z. Brunson defending. Puts up the tray. Yes, sir, with the 3.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now Towns takes a 3. Cleared away by DeRozan.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
He got it!
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Hart! It's good from beyond the arc.
That's just Josh Hart getting to his spot, being shot ready. Nicely done.
Bulls leading by 13. Here's Z. Oh, no good on the layup.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Bulls.
All their efforts on the boards ended up paying off.
And just two tough rebounding teams, but they gave the extra effort and were rewarded for it.
And with this win, they will now have 52 victories for the year.
It's just a great matchup for them. And they're looking for the 4-game season sweep in their next meeting.
And what a huge performance it was for the Monster.
The aspect of his game that stood out to me was his work on the glass. He was absolutely relentless.
Anunoby there for the rebound. And here's New York now. They trail by 11. Tipped. And so the ball out of bounds. DeRozan touched it last.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Sexton there for the rebound.
This guy does not love to operate in the mid-range, and it showed right there.
Collins. Oh, nice setup for the slam.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
And here's New York now. It's a 13-point game. Outside McBride. Here's Robinson. So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And time to present our player of the game.